Very good evening, everyone. How are you all, everyone? Now, I already got a lot of doubts, so welcome you all in the first live doubt session for CA Final Financial Reporting paper. Now, what is the objective of this live doubt session? First, you need to understand that I don't know when you have started preparing for CA Final Financial Reporting paper, because now you can see only approximately 30 days are left. So of course in the last 1 month you will be revising FR for, I will say, 6 to 7 days. It is quite possible, and in that 6 to 7 days if you are getting doubt, and if that doubt is not cleared, so it is quite possible that you will not be confident about that. And if you are asking that doubt in Telegram group of any faculty, even you are asking me, it is quite possible that at that point of time I am not able to clear that doubt, because I may be in class or I may be doing some other work, so quite possible I am not able to clear that doubt. And sometime when you write a message, so I am not able to clear that doubt by only giving that clarification message. So I have decided that from today will be coming approximately every day for 1 hour in the night, so that if you are preparing for financial reporting, you can ask me doubt at the end of the day. So if you are doing any chapter in that day, just collect all your doubt and don't waste your time in that particular question. Don't waste your time. What I will do, I will clear that doubt in the night, in this last hour of the day. Means I will be coming at 10 or 10:30 every day, and that will be more than enough to clear your doubt. Understood? And normally what happens, doubt remain common. What I have understood, that one student doubt will be other student doubt also. So if you are only listening this live session, it is quite possible that all your doubt will be clear with others doubt. Correct? So very good. Once again I will say good evening to everyone. Let us start the discussion. Can we start the discussion? Can you, one thing, whether the voice is audible or not, can you all respond whether the voice is audible or not? Is the voice audible? Is the voice audible, everyone? Okay, sir. Let us take one by one each doubt. Okay, sir. The first doubt is of Ankit, Aniket. Sorry, Aniket. How are you, Aniket? The first doubt I will taking of Aniket. The doubt is, sir, is practical expedient, whether due to COVID like leaves or any other, is any more applicable, especially for COVID ones. Now, COVID related any question, COVID related any concept is not at all relevant. Not at all relevant. So, of course, there is one concept in Ind AS 116 regarding the COVID-19 related, that is now outdated, because that cutoff date is now expired. So, they will never ask any question of COVID-19. Understood? In any other chapter, if during COVID-19 period they have asked any question, now that question can be asked as a case study based question. For example, they have asked a question in provision, the COVID-19 has happened, and whether due to COVID-19 should we create provision. So of course you need to apply Ind AS 37 in that. So if Ind AS 37 all the conditions are satisfied, then automatically you need to create provision. But COVID-19 related any concept will not be applicable. Concept will not be applicable. For that you are not supposed to do that concept separately. Do the chapter. If any question they are asking, so of course you need to apply the concept on that and do it accordingly. Understood, Aniket? So Ind AS 116, that para which is related to COVID-19, that is now not applicable. Then the second doubt is of Hare Darshan. How are you, Hare? Hari or Hare? I think it is Hare Darshan. Consolidated financial statement, question number 65. Oh my god, you are asking question number first I need to ask you whether you are following my book or any other book, because you have not referred whether you are my student or you are not my student. So how can I understand this is question number 65 of ICAI study material of my book? But I need to read the question. In case of equity method for associate entity, why we are considering the fair value changes in asset and the subsequent depreciation while computing the share of profit? I have understood the question. I remember this question. So just try to understand. I need to first change the screen. You can see this is the screen. Okay. So I have opened the doubt also, so that you can understand what is the doubt going on. But don't see this video, only concentrate on the doubt. So one is YouTube channel, one is the notepad where I will clear the doubt. Understood? Yes sir. Correct. Hare has written that I am following your book only. So I have understood the doubt. Let me come to doubt. Now in case of equity method, just try to understand. In case of equity method, when I am coming to equity method, just try to understand. Now as per equity method, which is related to investment in associate and joint venture, first we need to calculate goodwill or gain on the date when the investee become associate or joint venture. Understood? So we need to calculate goodwill again. For that, what is the formula? We need to compare the cost price of investment, correct, with the proportionate share in fair value of INA. Understood this point? Now suppose the cost price is 6 lakh and the fair value is 4 lakh. So of course goodwill is equal to 2 lakh. This you have understood. This is a proportionate share. Means we'll take, suppose the 30% investment has been done. So we have taken 30% of fair value by name. This goodwill or whatever gain, if any, has been recognized. This goodwill, whatever we have calculated, this will not be recognized. So will not recognize goodwill. Understood? Will not recognize goodwill because it is already included in the cost price of investment. This point you all know. But you can see for calculation of this goodwill, we have taken fair value of INA. We have not taken carrying amount of INA. Understood? It is quite possible carrying amount of INA was suppose 3 lakh. And the fair value of INA is 4 lakh. Means can I say we have considered some increase in the value of INA, and that may be because of property, plant and equipment. So if property, plant and equipment has been increased by 1 lakh, so can I say in the post acquisition period we should consider the additional depreciation on that. As same point we have done in consolidation of subsidiary also. In subsidiary also we take fair value by INA, and the post acquisition period we calculate additional depreciation that is deducted from post acquisition profit. If you remember, same thing will be done here. Whenever you are calculating share in profit during post acquisition period, so from this share in profit you should deduct additional depreciation due to fair value adjustment, and this additional depreciation means 30% you will consider 30% share in additional depreciation, and this net amount will be adjusted in the value of investment. I hope you have understood this doubt. Is this doubt clear? Batao. Is this doubt is clear? Bolo. Hurry. Just respond whether your doubt is clear or not. I hope your doubt is clear. So whenever you have consider fair value of INA for calculation of goodwill or gain, so because of that reason, in the post acquisition period, you need to also calculate any additional depreciation or saving in depreciation. If there is an increase in the value of PP, you will calculate additional depreciation. If there is a decrease in the value of PP, you will calculate saving in depreciation. additional depreciation deduct from sharing profit, and saving in depreciation you should add in sharing profit. Understood? Correct. Then with the adjusted sharing profit will pass one journal entry, investment account debit to sharing profit from associate or joint venture. Means investment will increase and sharing profit will be transferred to profit and loss account of investor. Got this point? Have you understood? Yes sir. Chalo. Next question is what? Of Hare only. Revenue with customer. Question number 86. 7th edition. Relating to undiscounted reward point. Undiscounted reward point. Part C. I could not understand the working, sir. I will come to this question at the end because I need to open the question bank. I have understood your doubt. So can you wait, hurry? Let me clear all other doubt for which question is not required. I'll come to your doubt. Don't worry. I have understood this question. This is question 86 of question bank. I remember that question, but I need to open the question for that. The next point is what Hare Darshan only. Financial instrument chapter, question number 63. Logic for booking income at effective rate of interest and expense at contractual rate of interest of financial asset rather than computing on fair value of contractual cash flow discounted at EIR, sir. This is question number 63 of 7th edition. Oh my god, I don't have 7th edition. Can you Hare, can you just give me what was the name of the company? Because I need to, because right now I don't have 7th edition, I have 10th edition of, I have the PDF of 10th edition. I hope you are understanding. And the question number has been changed. So let me, can you just say me what was the starting point of the question, what is the company name? So I'll come back to this question. Yes sir, but in case of CFS we should have asset, but in case of investment they will not any asset to adjust now. No, just try to understand. There is no adjusted. Means you have not understood this point. Means I think you are confused with the concept only. Let me explain once again. This is what CFS. In this we represent investment in associate or joint venture by equity method. Now what was the cost price in my example? 6 lakh. So this 6 lakh represent, just right, this 6 lakh represent the fair value of INA, that is equal to 4 lakh, and goodwill how much? That is 2 lakh as per my calculation. So this investment in associate or joint venture actually represent fair value of INA. Means because they were associate and joint venture, so for associate and joint venture will not consolidate the assets and liabilities separately. Instead of that we write down investment at by applying equity method. By applying equity method means its current value only. Understood what I am saying? So this 6 lakh will represent proportionate sharing fair value of INA plus proportionate sharing goodwill. So this net asset has been considered at fair value of INA. Na? The net asset has been considered at fair value of INA. I hope now your doubt is clear. So this investment is nothing but representing the proportionate share in INA plus proportionate share in goodwill. Got this point? Have you understood this point? Yes sir, we have understood. Let me see whether you have understood or not. Yes sir. So about Hare, this financial instrument, this I need to check which question it is. Let me come back again to you. Are asking all the question related to question bank. I need to just find out which question it is. Hare Darshan, 1 second, question number 45, 7th edition. Can you explain the logic alone? Question 45, you are asking about 7th edition, all the questions. Oh my god. Question 45, 7th edition. Can you explain logic alone? 1 second, I need to find out the question bank of 7th edition. This is very old now. I don't have that PDF. Now question number 34, 7th edition. How does guarantee liability subsequently amortize in profit and loss account over the underlying period? Is it similar accounting like financial guarantee? I have understood this particular question. There was a question of continuing involvement in asset, continuing involvement in financial asset. Correct. Now where the guarantee was given and the guarantee, whatever the fair value of guarantee For that we have passed one journal entry that bank account debit to associated liability, and I have said that this associated liability with the fair value guarantee will be recognized as income over the period of guarantee. Over the period of guarantee. Understood? Now, over the period of guarantee, it will be recognized as an income. You are asking, sir, how to recognize? Your question is that how does guarantee liability subsequently amortize in PL? Now, for that, Ind AS is silent. Are you getting? So it can be recognized on SLM basis. It can be recognized on SLM basis. For example, guarantee period is 2 years, so you can recognize on SLM basis. However, this type of question will not be asked in exam. This type of question will not be asked in exam. This is not financial guarantee. This is not similar to financial guarantee. Understood? Hare Darshan, have you understood this point? Correct. Oh, I have understood your question. I'll come back to this question. But Hare Darshan, whether this point guarantee liability wala question, have you understood? Bol. Now coming to next question. Monica, illustration number 46 in business combination 7th edition. Everyone is asking 7th edition only. Oh my god, I need to keep now all the edition in this live doubt session. I was not expecting that you will be asking question from 7th edition. So 46 in business combination. So you need to just give me a hint if this 46 question start from where, so I can find that question. I'm coming back to you, Monica. Moni CA. Moni CA. Correct now. I'm coming back to you. Then NB, not fully prepared for FR. Can I follow your ABC analysis? Of course, just try to understand if you are not fully prepared. Right now, you don't have any other option. I will say go as per ABC analysis, or do how much you can do now. Correct now, because if you are not fully prepared, now it is high time to understand how much you can cover up. So if you follow ABC analysis and you can cover A category chapter, so from A category 60 marks question will be asked. So now it is upon your preparation ki how much you can score in 60 marks. So I will say if you can do A category, and then from B and C category you can do all that chapter in which you are comfortable. You can do all that chapter in B and C category in which you are comfortable. If the question is asked from that topic, so balle. Understood now? So I will say of course you can follow ABC analysis, but first complete A category, then from B and C category do that chapter in which you are comfortable. Do that chapter in you are comfortable, because we don't know from B and C category from where the question is asking. I will just suggest you that I have issued case studies. That case studies, 28 case studies I have given, that you do it. It is quite possible that question may be asked from there only. Understood? Yes, sir. Then Pawan, how are you, Pawan? Good evening, sir. Why revaluation model is not applicable for investment property? Good question. Let me clear this doubt. Now just try to understand. When I say property, plant and equipment, intangible assets, and investment property, So for property, plant and equipment, we apply cost model or revaluation model. For intangible asset, we apply cost model or revaluation model. For investment property, only cost model has been given. Now from examination point of view, you need to understand only this much, that investment property there is no revaluation model, there is only cost model. You have asked me the reason why we are not applying revaluation model, so I need to give the background for this. This is Ind AS 40. This is Ind AS 40, and the corresponding IAS is IAS 40. Now IAS 40 says that for investment property there is a cost model or fair value model. Cost model or fair value model. They have not given revaluation model because it is held for capital appreciation. Therefore, they have given fair value model. Now, fair value model says that at each reporting date, it will be valued at fair value, and any increase and decrease in the fair value will be transferred to PL. Any increase or decrease in the fair value will be transferred to PL. Now, just try to understand, when we were adopting Ind AS, so MCA thought that if this particular accounting treatment will be given, then it can be used for window dressing. Just try to understand what IAS 40 is saying, that any increase or decrease in the fair value of investment will transfer to PL. Will be transferred to PL. Correct now. However, can I say this is unrealized profit? Unrealized profit, but IAS 40 is saying that transfer it to PL. Therefore, this option was deleted. This option was deleted. I will say which was actually against conservatism. So for that reason, Ind AS 40 only retain cost model and they have deleted fair value model. I hope this doubt is over. However, from examination point of view, this reason is not required. This become one carve out. This become one carve out. Understood? Correct. So PP, it is what? Cost model and revaluation model. Correct. Intangible asset is cost model, revaluation model. Investment property, it is only cost model. This is not carve out, my mistake. This is what? Deletion of option. Deletion of option. Understood? Yes, sir. Now coming to the next question. Next question. Where is Pawan? Pawan ka doubt over. Pawan, have you understood your doubt? Just respond. Yes, sir. Coming to where is Pawan Baba? Yes, sir. Now, Tanmay, sir, will your financial instrument and business combination class remain on YouTube live? So, are you asking about the marathon lecture which I am going to do in Unacademy platform? Yes, it will be live, and after that, it will be remain in recorded mode. Also, you can watch live classes. Also, you can go for recorded mode. Also, it is your choice. Correct? Yes, sir. Now, Sandeep Reddy, what is your doubt? Sir, I have one practical doubt regarding preparation in FR. Is this sufficient to prepare all the ICAI material questions? The reason is being in November 2023 exam, almost all questions are new. Just try to understand whenever you are preparing for exam. Just try to think from a student point of view. Don't think we are a student, we are not expert. So from a student point of view, every student in India are practicing only the question which are given in ICAI study material, RTP, MTP. There are very few questions. I will say there are very few students. I will say it is 0.001% students who are doing question from international book. Means in India right now there is no such reference book which are giving some extra questions. Are you getting what I am saying? So normally every faculties in India are taking question from ICAI study material only. ICAI study material, RTP, MTP, and you will be wasting your time doing other questions. You will be wasting your time doing other question. Understood? If you are following my book, you can follow those questions which I have given on other sources if you have time. If the time permit. If you do not have time, exclude that question also. So from examination point of view, I will suggest you do only the question which is given in ICAI study material, RTP, MTP, and past year examination question. Correct? Now, if any new question is coming in exam, that is new for everyone. That is new for everyone. So if it is new for everyone, so why to think about that right now? Right now there is no. You should not think about that question which will come in exam, which will be out of book. And if that question come, apply your concept and do it. Apply your concept and do it. So right now I will say concentrate on your book. Whatever book you are following, have faith on your book, have faith on yourself, and only study. Don't think about what question is going to come in exam. And suppose worst paper come in exam. Suppose all the questions are out of book. Don't worry, na. It is for every student. It is out of book. In that situation, be calm. Apply the concept, means apply whatever you have done till now. Apply that and do how much you can do. Understood? Whenever there is a worst paper, now they always give grace mark. That is also one point you need to understand. Got this point? So right now, don't think about that. Have you understood, Sandeep? Your doubt is clear or not? Yes, sir. Sandeep. Kiran, sir, is voluntary adoption of Ind AS allowed for entities including NBFC as well? No, no. For NBFC, voluntary adoption is not allowed. For NBFC cannot voluntary adopt Ind AS. It is only for general companies. Voluntary adoption is only for general company apart from NBFC, banking company, insurance company. Understood? General company can adopt Ind AS voluntarily. Understood this point? Kiran, your doubt is over? Yes, sir. Whatever is written in question bank, that is correct only. Sandeep, one more doubt. In the history of ICAI new syllabus from 2018, I think November 2023 is the nightmare paper for FR. After seeing that paper, I lost entire confidence. That only I am saying. You lost entire confidence because you were expecting question only from ICAI book. Don't expect right now anything. Just prepare. And if the question is coming from out of book, just find out one thing in that exam hall. This question is out of book for everyone. So in that situation, you need to do how much you have understood. And in that case, if you will overthink, then you will not be able to get confidence. And if you are not able to get confidence, you will not be able to attempt any question. Just try to understand. Once again, I am saying this time also question can be out of book. In that situation, you need to be very much confident about yourself that yes, whatever you are doing correct. And let result come. On result date, it will be decided how much marks you are getting. On exam hall, you are there to score maximum marks. Whatever you can write in that 3 hour, write down. Having a faith on yourself. Understood? Correct? Sandeep, your doubt clear or not? Sultan Ahmed, sir, as it is my first attempt in new syllabus, covering SM question are enough. 1 second, that doubt. Just try to understand. I have already said you can do ICAI study matter question, do RTP, MTP, and pass the examination question. If you don't have time, then just allocate your time in ICAI study matter question only. Means you should do in that way. The conceptual understanding should be in that way that any other question is coming, you can do in exam hall. But right now it depends upon how much time you have, because you have 6 subjects in your hand. If you are writing only one group, you have 3 subjects in your hand. You will allocate proportionate time to each subject. Correct now. But I will suggest that if you have time, do RTP, MTP questions which are good enough. Means where if you are following my classes, I have already said some question MRQ, some question expected question. So do that question, and I have also released expected question. Do that much question if you are following only ICAI study matter question. Understood? Correct. But that depends upon your time. But if you have enough time, do RTP, MTP, and pass the examination question also. Got this point? Correct? Yes, sir. Sir, Sultan, your doubt over or not? Hurry. Yes, sir. But in case this was so okay. Sultan, for MCQ, what is the strategy to score good marks? Therefore, for MCQ, this depends upon in exam hall what case studies has been given. Now, for MCQs only you need to be conceptually clear. Do some MCQs to get confidence before exam. I have already given case study, 28 case study. You can do that much case study so that you will gain confidence before exam that you are able to do it. Correct now. That depends upon which case study is being asked. At that point of time, how you are reacting, that is more important. I will say if your concept is strong, you can attempt any case study based question. And believe me, case study based question is going to be very easy, because that will be based on particular Ind AS. The small point they will ask question. For example, goodwill calculation. For example, interest expense calculation in case of financial instrument. So of course you know all the concept. You need to only apply your concept. Understood? Have you understood? Yes, sir. Then Manikanta Katti. In ICAI material, they haven't given for if repurchase price is more than equal to original selling price. I will say this point already. I think this question you have already asked me in Telegram group also. Correct now. Follow my Ind AS Saaransh book. Ind AS Saaransh book, whatever has been mentioned, that is correct. Understood now. So I have not read ICAI material, but whatever is written in Ind AS Saaransh book, you can follow that from examination point of view. Understood? So he is asking that in ICAI material regarding the put option of Ind AS 1 and 5, there is some they and there can be some point is not given ICAI material. It can be typo mistake or I don't know. Means I forgot what was given in ICAI study material. But you can follow my Ind AS Saaransh book right now. Correct now. Got this? Are you following my Ind AS Saaransh book, Manikanta? Are you following my Ind AS Saaransh book, Manikanta? Chalo. But you need to, I will say you need to follow my Ind AS Saaransh book. Clearly it is mentioned. Got this point? Yes, sir. Hare Darshan, I will come to this question. Hare, don't worry. Brew very limited. I have understood. Manikanta, in the third point, they said only if the repurchase price is greater than or equal to original price and repurchase price is greater than market price. If you read the first para, I think that is mentioned. Just read the entire para. At this point of time, I will say for the content, don't go for ICAI study material, because just try to understand ICAI study material is a comprehensive study material, and for that reason we have given you my Ind AS Saaransh book for saving you some time. If you at this point of time, if you are reading ICAI study material now, so this is a high time, because you need to understand at this point of time you are not supposed to waste your time. So at this point of time, if your exam attempt is May 2024, follow my Ind AS Saaransh book only if you are my student. And if you have taken coaching from any other faculty, go as per their book only, because at this point of time I will not suggest that for content you should study ICAI study material. For question you should study ICAI study material, but for content I will say no, don't touch only, because it is a comprehensive study material. Understood? Okay. Yes, sir. Manikanta, is the same applicable for both, sir? What was your doubt? No, you want me to discuss that point? So what was given? I'll just give what was the concept. Let me explain you the concept of Ind AS Saaransh book. Let me come to that particular point. Okay, sir. Give me 1 second. So this is what Ind AS 1 and 5. I'll just revise that concept for you. So it was a repurchase agreement. You remember repurchase agreement, everyone? So he has asked me that doubt. You can see this was a topic. Repurchase agreement. So repurchase agreement can be either in the form of forward contract, call option or put option. So he has asked me doubt of put option. Correct now. Put option means, can I say entity has an obligation to repurchase? Means the customer has a right to sell. So put option will be with the customer. So customer will have a right to are you getting right to sell, and the seller entity will have an obligation to repurchase. Understood? So what is the accounting treatment in case of put option? In case of put option, if the repurchase price is less than original selling price, this is simplified. I am explaining from examination point of view. If repurchase price is less than original selling price, then in that case, does the customer have significant economic incentive to exercise the right? Means they are asking whether the situation is favorable or unfavorable from customer point of view. If it is favorable, then it will be accounted as a lease transaction and apply Ind AS 116. Means the difference between the repurchase price and the selling price will be accounted as lease income over the period of the contract. And if it is unfavorable, then it will be recognized as a sale with a right to return. Similar point, if the repurchase price is greater than or equal to original selling price, I have just given from examination point of view. Correct now. This is as simple as you will understand. In this case also, if it is favorable situation, then account it as a financing transaction. So whatever consideration you have received, that will be considered as financial liability, and in that you apply Ind AS 109. But if it is unfavorable, recognize revenue as if it is a sale with a right to return. Understood? This is very simple format. So right now in ICAI study matter, they have given market price wala point that you can ignore. This is enough from examination point of view. This is enough from examination point of view. Understood? Have you understood? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Understood. Correct. Come to, I don't know. I have some problem. Actually, I'm not able to understand why my iPad is not getting charged. 1 minute. Yes. Now coming to next question. Uh, Krishna. Krishna. It is question number 11. You have explained with carrying the amount of tax expense is nil. Why carrying the amount of tax expense is nil? Because in book they have charged to PL, but for income tax base it will be charged when exercising. So question number 11 of Ind AS 12 you are asking. You have explained that carrying the amount of tax expense is nil because in the book they have charged it to PL, but for income tax base, for income tax base it will be charged when that exercising. So allowable. I am not able to understand. What is your doubt, Krishna? I am not able to understand. Mamta. Illustration of 23 of Ind AS 103 in ICAI material. Is there any mistake in solution? Please clarify. Oh my god, if you are asked this type of question, how can I clarify? I need to go to Ind AS 103, but your illustration, you have not written which question bank. Correct now? I am finding it very much difficult to answer all your questions because in this case, correct now? Chalo. Next doubt session, I'll keep all the material with me. Okay, sir. Chapter income tax share based payment concept. Acha, Krishna, now I have understood your doubt. There was a question of ESOP in Ind AS 12. There was a question of Ind AS 12. Ind AS 12 ESOP. In that question, what is his doubt? What is the tax base for share based payment? What is the tax base for share based payment? Just try to understand. Carrying amount will be nil for share based payment if it is equity settled, because for equity settled there is no asset, there is no liability. This point have you understood? Correct. So can you say carrying amount of the SBP transaction will nil, because in case of equity settled SBP transaction, there is SBP reserve and SBP reserve is equity. It is neither asset nor liability. The carrying amount become nil. Now tax base will be the amount which is deductible in future as per income tax act. So any amount which is deductible in future as per income tax act, that become the tax base. So in that question, I think 1.6 was given as the intrinsic value at the end of first year. So and the vesting period was 2 years. So 1.6 will be divided by 2. So it becomes 0.80, which will be allowed for the first year in future. So that becomes the tax base for SBB transaction. Now difference, because carrying amount is 0 and the tax base is what? Tax base is what? 0.8. So it will be deductible temporary difference of 0.8 in which will create DTA. In which will create DTA. This was your doubt, Krishna? Krishna, have you understood this point? Varanasi. Hi sir, please explain the loss of control journal entry in CFS. Loss of control journal entry is very simple. You need to exclude entire INA or all, I will say all the item from the consolidated financial statement related to what? Subsidiary company. So in loss of control, first you write on bank for disposal of shares. Suppose you are holding 70%. Out of that 50% has been sold. So you have received cash on sale of 50%. And how much investment you have retained? Investment you have retained 20%. So whatever investment you have retained, that will come at fair value on the date of loss of control. Correct? Understood? Now you will de-recognize all the INA on the date of loss of control at carrying amount. So all the INA will be de-recognized. Can you see if goodwill was earlier recognized, so that will be also what? De-recognized at carrying amount. If there was not goodwill, so there will be capital reserve, gain on bargain purchase. So capital reserve will be debited with the carrying amount. Can I say NCI will be also de-recognized with the carrying amount on the date of loss of control? On the date of loss of control. Understood? Correct. And any difference in this journal entry will be transferred to gain or loss, gain or loss on disposal of subsidiary, which will be transferred to profit and loss account. So this gain or loss will be attributable only to parent company. Attributable to only parent company. Understood? Have you understood this journal entry? Correct. There is one more point. There is one more point. Just try to understand. This investment, you are measured at fair value. This investment you are measured at fair value. Correct. This you need to keep in your mind. So investment which is retained will be remeasured at fair value. Will be remeasured at fair value. Now, if there is some OCI component related to subsidiary which has been accumulated in other equity, so that need to be also reclassified or transfer retained earning as per respective Ind AS. Correct. Now suppose there is some revaluation gain of subsidiary company, so that has been transferred to revaluation surplus. So now as per Ind AS 16, revaluation surplus will be transfer retained earning. Suppose there is some FCTR related to subsidiary company which is OCI component, so that is always reclassified to PL. So that component will be reclassified to PL. This is a separate point. I hope this point also you have understood. Got this point? Loss of control? Any doubt? So this journal entry becomes simple, but if there is some OCI component related to subsidiary, so that will be also reclassified to PL, or that will be transferred retained earning depending upon the nature of OCI component as per respective Ind AS. Got this point? Bol. Varanasi Pradeep, have you understood? I am actually finding some difficulty in my charge. My iPad is actually not getting charged, so I'm not getting the reason why it is not getting charged. There's some problem. What happened actually? Okay, let me now. Next point is what? One minute. Varanasi Gatavar, Pavan, okay, thank you. Upendra. Hi sir, please explain the reacquired right concept of Ind AS 103. Conceptual understanding I can give. If you're asking doubt for question bank, now I need to wait. Actually, question bank I don't have. So what I will do, whatever doubt you have asked for question bank now, I will explain tomorrow. Tomorrow also I'll come live because I'm not able to understand which doubt you are asking actually, because I am right now having 10th edition question bank, and in that actually question number has been changed. So it will very difficult for me to find out that question. But don't worry, I will explain all your doubt tomorrow. I'll be prepared for that. Okay, sir. So now one student has asked me the doubt about reacquired right. Now whenever there is a reacquired right. Oh my God. This has been actually, it was not getting charged. Can you give me 1 minute? Everyone wait for 1 minute. Actually, what I'm finding some problem in my iPad. I don't know what actually happened. Okay, and at this point of time, my technical person is also not there. Okay, 1 minute. First time it actually happened. Okay, I will just explain that this the last doubt. What I will do, the pending doubt, I will do tomorrow because there is some technical difficulty. Okay, sir. So reacquired right, I will explain in this way. Whenever there is a reacquired right, so reacquired right means what? The entity has purchased their own right which has been given to some other entity. Correct. Now suppose there is one Haldiram company. Haldiram company has given franchisee to some other entity, and after some point of time they have they have what acquired that company. When they have acquired that company, so with that acquisition they have reacquired their right which was given previously. Understood this point? What actually happened? So this concept is known as reacquired right. Now whenever there is a reacquired right, the first point arises whether the fair value of reacquired right will be recognized in the books of acquirer. So answer is yes. So whatever is the fair value of that reacquired right will be recognized in the books of acquirer at fair value. This is the first point. This is the first point. Understood? But can I say because reacquired right when we have purchased it, so it is nothing but cancellation of that right, and cancellation of that right is actually related to some contract during pre-combination period. So due to that cancellation, there will be some gain or loss on cancellation, which will be a transaction which is a part, which is a transaction which is other than business combination transaction. So what Ind AS 103 says that any gain or loss on cancellation of that reacquired right will be considered as a separate transaction which is not a business combination transaction. I hope you have understood this point. The first point is what? The fair value of reacquired right will be recognized in the books of acquirer on the date of acquisition at fair value. Correct. Second point is that you need to calculate gain or loss on cancellation of that right, or you can say settlement of that right. Understood? So what will be the gain? How to calculate gain or loss on settlement of that right, that we need to find out. So it will be the gain or loss on settlement of that right will be what? Will be higher of A and B. Will be higher of A and B. A will be what? Fair value minus carrying amount. So fair value of reacquired right will be given the question minus carrying amount of that reacquired right in the balance sheet of acquiring. So that carrying amount of reacquired right in the balance sheet of acquiring will be also given the question. So fair value minus carrying amount you take, and B will be the settlement price paid. Whatever settlement price is paid, that is point number B. Take A, B, take whichever is higher or lower. You will take higher or lower. I have said higher, it will be lower. It will be lower. Take A and B, whichever is lower. Understood? So that will be gain or loss on settlement. Gain or loss on settlement. If it is loss on cancellation, so deduct it from PC whatever you have calculated. If there is a gain on cancellation, add into what PC whatever you have calculated. Understood? I hope you understand it because I am not able to write right now because I don't have, because iPad is now not working. I hope you have understood. Once again I will say, first find out the fair value of reacquired right whatever is given the question. Fair value of reacquired right whatever is given the question, that will be recognized in the balance sheet of acquirer at fair value. Means that should be considered while calculating fair value of INA. This you have understood? This you have understood. Now you need to find out gain or loss on settlement of reacquired right. So how to calculate gain or loss on settlement of reacquired right, that we are understanding. So what Ind AS 103 says that it is a separate transaction which is not a business combination transaction, therefore it should be accounted separately. It should be accounted separately. How to calculate? It will be lower of A and B. A will be fair value minus carrying amount. Fair value will be given in the question, carrying amount will be also given in the question. Point B will be settlement price paid. Whichever is lower you take. Whichever is lower you take. correct? If the lower amount is positive, if the lower amount is positive, that is loss on cancellation. If the lower amount is negative, that is gain on cancellation. So if there is a gain on cancellation, add gain on cancellation to PC whatever you have calculated. If loss on cancellation, deduct from PC whatever you have calculated. So after that, after this adjustment, whatever PC is coming, that become PC for business combination. That PC for business combination will be used for calculation of goodwill or gain on bargain purchase. Understood? And this gain or loss will be separately transferred to PL. Have you understood this point? Yes, sir. Correct. So today this much I will take, this much only. I hope whatever discussion we have done, you have understood. The balance question about a question bank, I am sorry that regard, because you have asked a question of 7th edition question bank, and believe me, I was having 10th edition question bank. Because that reason I find some difficulty. Correct? We'll meet tomorrow also at the same time. Let me make it 10:30. We'll meet at 10:30 p.m. and we'll try to resolve all the balance doubt also. Thank you very much for today. We'll meet tomorrow. Till then, bye bye. Take care. Enjoy your remaining day. All the best for your preparation. Bye bye.